ya na wase yemfa today's agenda nto aso Nyankopon adaroma ene da foforo ene the 3rd day December 2025 yewo a number of days edi anim ansana 31st of January eduru ho make say de menua Philip Chum yebo a adwan me. He's a chartered accountant na anu ada wasan so akwaje another addition nko a Chale akwaba.
Yeah, me.
Boko dia.
Ah, radio to boko. Me nyam for but also.
Me hoye.
Yeah, the radius.
Okay, da se no pay say wadwen ne ye ba bidi enkomo. Koforodua Eastern region ho boko.
Oh, radio dom. Koforodua boko. Eastern region boko. New Jamin North boko and a New Jamin South so boko. You say near New Jamin North ne South for can say 31st January omo bompa say mrantem. Na honorable Ken omonto abaman na ye kan New Jamin North for my memfa akon na me chia me so for pani senior reverend ambassador Isaac Osebonso Fathers Chapel International or Tafo Achim Tafo engine. In fact you can nyame adi for ni nyame enko for modi nyame adwen ni nyame akoma nama is one of them.
Yes. Obi aka kire me say ono so say yera kan na bawo.
Oh yeah. What hu. But yeah pebre na ye di ono abo akona nim. Na onye on say ono ya so for me loud ni bia.
Yeah, so o shetafo ko.
O shetafo achim tafo eji ho na ni o tafo junction ho na onye sebi o so for no mo ye social media no onye sa phone but e kan nyame tumi authentic nyame tumi a is ye kan Ghana ha unique Ghana is one of the first 3 etimichano na me aduma 14 ye bompa say deeper revelations or ye sa program ye beba ye de ona bobeko na ye de na kwakwa cha ona bo na means insanchia honorable Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong, the incoming president of the republic, come 31st January 2026 nei omo entwumu reference oti region omo boy djuma e chiana no pay any team ni nyina Armstrong ne omo makan na chomi na no pay na enchia kese ba koso enkoma wa Adam for Fred Fred Chematin lawyer Fred Chematin also chiana no pay
me so
o chia pa anti Fred me don cry na me da bre onua amofa
yeah my uncle mama nti we ase yera ken ba Eastern region na wo ho other contestants in so abaho Dr. Mahmoud Baomi abaho na me ma observe bibi kakra koso omo nyina ba ho no de na ohunu ye from nipa ebe gada ho said the campaign no na eko ye be di san komo no ye wi a ye be hwe other national issues ensu a yatum enyam nkane a yatum afi ye ma omokotro wasi resource no said the city ye be hwe. Of course, na rain fee otumfo asante hene nso adwuma pa oye ma o my Ghana and also so yenyi yani emfa emfri ho na ban policies ahodo a wode ba towards next year budget ni nsema ahodo a ekoso but ansa na no yen chance emfa free the new patriotic party and koma ahodo a akoso in terms of campaign no say the isi ko ne niam ahodo a won so observe from contestants a omo abaho no mamintio
minya medase enra ye nano Saturday twemi me bomodia echo asokore bra former vice president His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud eba New Jamin North mediache echo na sabio ye na ye party nti oba na number say me tie asema His Excellency Edebre New Jamin North for me ma me ni ka me fa asakonya me nchia me bra pani me bra pani ye chairman Kujo former New Jamin North chairman osan Baomia His Excellency Baomia ni campaign team Eastern region
okay on the coordinator
for it na who minya na watin sempa ni na oba na so waden say igna ye ba betie na honorable
e ba say sempa de o hia
okay
sempa ya o Eastern region o ya adwuma o ma na fe
okan Dr. Mahmoud Baomia sempa na so waden ba betie na igna party back 31st January na ehun be but my member a substantive issue no so minya it is so clear set now delegates anything for how the difference between Kennedy Agyapong honorable Kennedy or Agyapong any for aspirant no makan. It is very clear. Now said Mamen can say, okay, Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 1. Or say, and the Spirit of God came upon me. Honorable Ken, and they Yamiadum, Oba, Abe Fragma part, and was I present Amagana. And yet, on Yami whom be there in Abanoso. Until now, and to qua, ABC 31st January 2026, no, at the battle of light and darkness. High any zoom, no crack any afro. But what I say, in Kunudie, and in Kugu, and a basso, 31st January 2026. They didn't make us a my dear honorable Kennedy, the campion of Queen. Some of us are need to do the observation. Other candidates also, as far as my TB, program will call me Kobe, Equity. Now the difference is so clear. Say, honorable Ken, a message. Oh, now some of the namono, as a son in the Pabrabo. Etisa kuro esisa abusia esisa oman shebre. That is a message honorable King Agyapong Edenam. In the busu message omo denam no eye his excellency Dr. Mamubuamia waba first time and second time you know na duka na mfa meeting na esan mare ho yenya pani ono same kura yenya pani yenya kuma was many say no yeah yenya kuma same aku eka say Dr. Mamubuamia, a t-shirt 2024. You be a printing a donated to a party no, for campaign. A shaman for them, 1 far and chama delegate. Telling you can delegate buffet among Cotraba. You have a new chino. Taden be good. Yes, you know, called the next election, but the analysis in you. You need to call the next election. Sa t-shirt no say 100,000 here already we are 40,000 come for them. Chartered accountant you na o say me anka we need. I'm telling you because some analysis of how making it. What I say the battle is between Enukre and Atro. Lights and darkness. And who election here called the 1st January 2026. Now, yes, analysis will say it's idea for the 100,000 in the campaign, 40,000 it would with the system type in the being here. Now, among you know, Obibio will be an also pretty fresh 100,000 at idea. That analysis with 77 previous a JSS4. I will go to BC, you know, yes, analysis which room. And we say, yeah, can't message, yeah, can't check on a phone delegate for say, we are getting jobs. Look, jobs are, if you move on by my 10, you know. In every constituency, a constituency for cries, they can go patrol or Mudu Racing.
Members jobs said, my constituency for so. Oh, no, or more, budget so no, we did no quick handkerchief. Oh, then there's a be on budgets and we be now crown delegates and home budgets no more, delegates needed. They were just listen. Oh, my dinomuti. You are just listening. Oh, my budgets on your delegates now. Maybe now, I said your ma. Found food for Yamonye so Yamonye so it's but delegate now almost so observe and almost share there no almost there be and yes beer Dr. Mamubuamia yet time there be yen time obia so mon time name results in 7 December 2024 no gives a clear evidence say elections are here quick. It's about delegates and the MPP form and Kotuabano. That is where the problem is. Why not? Or appeal to the 2 million voters are MP before the past record. HSA, so 2 million and Kotuabano. They are MPP for because essentially John Dramani Mahama results will in 2020. The American in 2024 is just about 100,000. Your collection, Alankas, etino home. Not your fear, move your fear, and say, Ashanti region vote, you listen, says you, or few, I bet me, Ama, MPP, and Lucy Sabo to know. Because I say, Alan, our fear MPP, vote to him. MPP delegates and Kotrabano. They did not, and I say MPP supporters, and I say sympathizers among Kotrabano. Oma phone vote now, Alan. Me and Mufanyesa. Koso. Sabot now, Soma Farmer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. No more than then, almost 10 of you. And it's time we need a candidate who will be appealing to that 2 million now. Yet drop you no sound for and say,
ye hia obi a o mu pena be so mo gini tu mu
e dey na ma chum wadwen ye say same candidate no say oba 2 million almost say o ma dwen goto aba man
munya mofa media sabi data as a finance person, as an economist, and somebody who plays with data ababo bia wo ba ye hwe what has happened in the past, what is happening currently, then based on that then you look into the future.
And no na me friend say wan hunu ba bia o free bar on hunu ba bia wadu na wan hwe ya obeyira sana baba ne te and has been like that in every sphere of life, in academia, in research, in all spheres. Nipa bra bomu ba bia even religion. Just say God, our God is in Yankupon dada. I mean, it's Alpha and Omega. Or enra Yankupon. Or enne Yankupon sign dash then. Yankupon.
Sade sana bra bonnet. Until nipa bia o ye bia no, you always have to look at what has happened in the past. Data results on based on that. And I'll be able to see your current situation. Now I send general information in the past, the current, then based on that you decide and project into the future. That is why I'm saying that, because the results of buy shows clearly say nipa no for say MPP now come here nipa mo MPP for they would have easily voted for John Dramani Mahama, but they didn't do it.
Me to say na say ebufuo na nipa no bufu MPP. Saafo no mo nya MPP fo easily nkombe to am owura John Dramani Mahama
easily come to owura John Dramani Mahama
but ne ye hunu de omo anto am owura Mahama
yes
omo so omo anto am MPP
yes ina omo aso wia ba ko a no MPP ni a ye fe Alan Kojo Temate a onu so MPP ni no kamo so ni ye wie ma na contest dia odo e de ma ye nwia Alan ti no ye kwa koto ba na ma Alan but enu so anye de anye sa
nti omo tena ase
tena fie edi fufuo edi banku edi dimie na omukodae 5 o'clock omu kan abano esa so me MPP ti no omu do maso 80 results ko sen ya you know say kan they were sad in their heart but they had no option nti bi edi ayo omu ankoto abano ba omu try di ayo so ba ankoto abano because nipa na nkomo so ntawa wan no Ghana for anyi no MPP for anyi no
die na ma another the same question ma obi odi are or ene omo ankoto no this time around we can say the same candidate no se basse ono a still omo mpie nkoto
a very difficult a very adwuma be dance in 2020 24 a very the minimum of men can you see but I can say some of us we are in politics not because of nebedi already adum nebedi kwa de already adum yewo enti ye be can senate here honestly I'm telling you because election day 7 December 2024 me na more grounds me ne research officer constituency research officer ena na ye na ma ye ko hedu ba bi no peniphobia they are die-hard MPP members asoma si there ono MPP no utwa ne sa MPP moja na obehu sa red blue and white na behu nipa ni everyday man say nipa duam they told us on the face master mo no munye serious ya shemu nipa obetuma win election amamo na mo so mo nkoto de mo pena mbe won ko esa mo na mo delegate mo na makoji mo sika mo akoto nipa makoyi nipa say on be president enti mo makoyi de na mo akoto abama no ye de anya ready. That is what some of the MPP people MPP that had MPP for wo me kasa me krum oyiko some of them they told us in the face omo nkoto abano and they were ready some people lose
esa reflect o my dream say say you can't kire mo say you pass mercy na mo asan akofa na ba ya hwe ye no an be san akosi wa animu
e betimi asi
fi say
enti di data e adwuma ko data any intro ye model data no ye analysis it will tell us what the picture looks like
ya na bato no kra no so obehwe amenu nipa na okọ akoto aba na ebi kra okọ ni dwuma akoye na adwuma ana okọ na fu ma akoye na adwuma ye bre say ye okọ gina hwie mu akosan line ne ade enti se oni odopa ma candidate na ode na aba no a onko me say ye bre say ye na ade no wo de odo na ye enti ye bre say
me am for me kan no krancho he some of us yitimi easy cafe bottom be about 20,000 and ne kra no there's one issue me kwa ko tu esika ma obi just for immigration me na me catch just for police why MPP time, some of us we have to put our hand in our pocket to pay for some people who are MPP for. But what I say, so many police, ordinary police, make an ordinary police because recruit police, salary yes, and police salary yes, and oh, 200,000, 50,000, 20,000 for police. Now, the man are waiting me a 2 years and some people, honestly, our die-hard MPP members. Obviously, in the Coco send it back, police, recruit, no officers call cadet, normal recruit. No, according or the friend say, Nabusia, Nicole Quaquisia, on a project 10 times, 20 times, and the bus on police. The Nipana all the anymore this cano. Or you'll be as or MPP, the executive, either or constituents and now regional and national officer. I know this kind of group, but now all this is kind of film. Now, me MPP need my dear nature, and then about any police are budget 10,000, 7 per day. Me Jimmy for. And I'm a Jamie Coco, Agua Paso, Semi Hatam Coco. And I said, Manfu Amedo, Major Funa to say MPP who don't, other MPP let the 3rd and some of them MPP who don't, now my Jai Mikoko, Esiho, my Jam Manfu to her, send me do MPP, Boros Water, says MPP no, a party, me who so MPP who so party that, a so say party. No, I won't do that. And no, the general man, Nippon is any stadia. The time I mean here, moi, I'm a ba. Ako police migration fire service makwako Bobby Sia edim koko akosi awa ene 10,000 bra wu MPP opani aminimu a wo ojimo sika na election day sabi minim yansa anti na makosan la na mekoto awa me nkonkoto, and that is what happened. And that is what happened. And so nipa na sabi o mo di sanse hu ni nsamfuni na na oda kan o say na budi atam oni atam ye he just passionate sabi say na him we passionate no. It's about passion. Only leader be only passion, only leader. I'm telling you. Only leader now only passion. Now, when you look into the face of somebody like Master John, say, who know the now? You are not the leader. And Jesus Christ is an example. So the sense of course, I saw them a man for air 20, I saw them. Now, 40 of a king at the Pamuam. That is the leader in Jesus Christ. And that is the leader in Kenya. You can't say, or do you have no Kasana or go overboard? Or can't say, yeah. Now, we just say, I see the motherfucker. Say who way they win the election. Can't afford to do as a motherfucker. Trump now no thing about ya said we pre-call. He's been using that way. Who did say who? And no now said we were told the anama independent. What I say, a privilege. I say position you hold in politics is a position of privilege. You are not qualified than anybody who not qualified so be out. Just a privilege na nyame adom. In our party, we are president, appointed as a minister. You are not qualified than anybody. You are not. Just a privilege. We are privileged now. First, someone call for honestly, and look at the man called Joe Musica, and a man for guests, could done, a man for him could that. We are. Mimi news we are police, and I'm in Nati, Potembakum. Now we are coming appointment. Now, Oko fast, you may and uncle this and one. Maybe about top of man. We are not doing in the first place. But what you can say, and that is why we lost the election. Some go for the omuna, who do me do about me, and Coto, Dr. Bamia, Mintano, on the Mintano, pure time about me. But I'm telling you, sir, the delegator on the top of mind, and the Ghanaian population are made the majority, and with them, we saying, only 200,000. Ukwako I'm about 50 million voters. They catch us 50 million as a matter. Can I penna? Koko here, Uko in Lusua. You come back and come a crying. You're careful. Opposition you check the opposition you check opposition some of us because we don't depend MPP may there be a media communication me call MPP program yan ko one city communication so me communication it's my own resources na media adwuma nti ye kwa we delegate a ye kan wunti obeze bia obi nti unya delegate na so ye wini na so ulu so a ye be your position delegate position kan in the man think about your dachi in kolandachi Bambo biata about me time me don't cross obia me don't so much but ye dia Ghana for can ye can one say ye power there then we focus don't talk about no Kenya that is the whole issue
jo ahome abeta kwaba
bravo mejo so
boko de
nyame adom na so e
me ho o constituency ye fan ha
Asante Achim South
okay ho na oto aba
ai
but what tema
meti tema baby ametini e bunkata manso
okay ho politics in it to say for Punkata Manso them say NDC dominate
Punkata Manso de okay Nila ya Fotiago wa dominate kwa na office na another NDC Joti and so ababe fanti Ponkata maso de esunso constituency na so afi Valley View area ho yeah ho nyina Ponkata maso fa hwa besi tema Gulf City Bethlehem omone Sam George ho
okay
Ningo Pram and a Boshie into a very big constituency me dey am hu say e fa besi oyibi area ho batema po Nkatama so ho no era po township na nkasa no fa that area ho ni nyina so ye po Nkatama so na NDC dominated
okay
ho de all the time you to aba NDC na enipa ti ho no wo hwe ye census na ye the last census ya open population constituency populated pa ehwa nipa wo constituency no nkasa dawson but unfortunately for MPP no enkofo na e that area na ye titema proper no aye movie abetena ho nti dodo na ato aba otema central tema east
okay
do what go city but to aba ho nti do say ekoto aba na we movie out of the constituency no akoto na aba otema bia north committee 8 and bia we movie aba ho we what committee 9 committee 10 and we movie aba Gulf City a new area afi na develop nti omo anom ye tema for proper no aba betna Gulf City but omo nto aba ho nti nipa no so ho bebre ukasa hwehwe MPP before abenya bebre but omo nto aba wo
okay
yes but ohwe MPP primaries ni so a ehoye honorable Ken one of his strongholds
ehona na me be because
I'm
being commercial says on said na ehona me ba na ho dey CTA because I dey na acquire constituency by constituency
yes
the course campaign we dey there course one there she da nya dey a bibi so be ema na yam hihye
yes
the passing crofo ni akwa dey but constituency base no the maybe constituency ni bebre I so go on constituencies aka anti-Christian ho bisa obi e ka say the constituency esitie na constituency bia so ne obeto no reflect e wo other constituencies mbese me hunu pon Nkatama so e hoye NDC dominated MPP fo e wo ho say the omo hwe say the campaign we esi ekro isan say say present your candidate obeye attractive to both NDC and MPP means omo hu ne sa de amamiti
me nipa bebre edi nkomo ana me na fo bebre so ye delegate ho because constituency no matina over 25 years
okay
enti ade a MPP for them omo meetings that adi nyina me ko be just that mento aba ho enti the last election in 2020 honorable Ken won Nkatama so
okay
na who say enipa ewo mu no MPP for omo no they believe say this time around no party ni problem no do na your leadership omo aside flag bearer no cry no penifo bebre so no modi nkoma they feel say even the national executive no proper na cry say shake up bi so ye dem ebemu ewo ho nti area MPP for no are very very active unfortunately for party say your call national election na yentimi wini because of a nipa na ewo mu na say honorable constituency no so ye from avo bebre na ewo mu ubenya voter regime for bebre wo ho nkra for so asa so and there some characteristics ni similar because osha that area na say first na shaman so na ka tema metro ho and ye betim na Nkatama so be fi mu e wo ho a it will share that area na e ho na tema country golf club no but dodo na ti ho no so ye enkrafo aigbefo asantefo bi wo ho other tribes nso wo ho na because of any ashama characteristics in the same no dodo na etu kwan na aba ho ana akoye omo aye nim so omo tilt towards NDC no dodo na ewo ho enti na ma NDC win but ope constituency so a enim difo na etiti upa so ti wa in fact Kofi Adams your neighbor also to Gulf City wa enti adapt civil servants in penifo omo ye adwuma ministries bebre so tete ho enti uno mo di nkomo a they feel say Ghana your problem ye wo sesi na leadership and MPP na omo pe na asem no omo hu say the last election na ekoye no na nye say MPP party nkofo mpe na mom moral na wo form se be opani bi otini ba bia ode na ra share party no ma hu ni se e dey nkra na party ya fe dia say the focus air shifty enti ama sa open na anigye na anka bia opani ko timi sponsor boys bi
ode na ra share mu nyese onya bibia but passion
passion and he feels happy say MPP kwa power that alone no the comfort say MPP wo power and honorable da bia ye ka say MPP eba power na say focus no ekose ye oman chechire a you can beat them anytime a distraction be ba banum ne se niema enkoyie no na distraction ba party na akasem enti na nkrophobia omo leadership position class and lose focus enti as or share internal the person oye na fe abeg take shape nso national way nso na be affected but some penifo ni nyina honorable 2016 ye adopt a polling station me person me bo papa ne dey or your civil servant pa o ma me sika 10,000 adopt obisa na me se me nto about constituency or say o person adopt polling stations bi o me constituency asante achem south on call order but ma me sika ma me dey call e am here the command polling station am say na 500 per polling station ye chase kana ma about 20 polling stations amodi ye aduane de ma agents no ne ade amodi ye so these are people as any power catch us 2023 2024 one to aba no be say then because I feel do we no he feel say master mon call for your country chiro nti one man pa or your party financier mene ofakọ no ho ono so wo ofakwa kwachi nyame fa na currency na papa ne catch me say Albert a DMPP ayama me pa wo wiase ni say ne o ma MPP mama benyame wa benyame because onabo na oyobi a of finance party no onye politician na oboa party ni keke but ekodu baabi a nipa na oba ne nchen be giskampo di koye sa anwuma no na sa nipa na fe a target papa ni business because of person yes a business ni bi instead so wako no hama na church and niema say na me ye niema say na me ye no also ko Germany ogina 38 floor na bibia ni say on to no hu fi dan no so no member for suicide or say ne bad girl adwen ne ba ne tirima amana nku no hu ho say meja me ba wo fie me yes ade ya ma di akora yi ma disappointed oba ya no say me sune 2024 no say the be ya emma ne nye say obe feel good to cross on koto aba no feel December no ko Dubai
oni Ghana ha
oni ha no ga say otifie wa koto aba otu kwan ye 2 year no buy so na enkrofo be brief feel say the face no ana the front liners na ye do mo ko no na ase utwe micro report ne ada ibi Ashanti region report na one key we omutro mu ni say na nkofo bebre hu say asa ban na yaka ho asema say omuni internal party for ni ndi ni ye no si yesan ko to aba ne be ma de si say eno wa na yesan ye tan to aso e continuation of sa aban na nti ade nti na se ma sa de ne to aso do me MPP ni me de me ntimi nko star lie enko to aba ma jo mahama but me ntimi nko to da ye ko to aba minister su ne call ya na ye ba nse so to aba wa price
yeah
on abo course o free we ya mini transport o mini way to say yes send mobile money tikakra betin ya enfa na to aba ba ko do so to aba or adenta wakodi da so man ohia fuel agunika 200 cedis what send you at the end of the day people even took them and they didn't vote enti akwa say moral na first nko bi was ahofama keke say MPP kura t-shirt no
2001
yeah
when go for ban sa chile dey fa mponchiri nwan it's the same thing without the motivation 2016 the same thing mene loyal amodate was it 2016 or 2016 2020 me got to aba I was going to join you akasa mo menim into ono na me join ne eba cargo cars yes asesa tomatoes ni ade no ana nipa team wo mo de koto aba
Ohiashu. Bragging right. People need to hear bragging right to say we're winning the party of power. Asa. But I am not adding young so say a branch here where the honorable Mufechi abon the posters. I the BBA na fe. I say Ukuna. When say Onimno. And they are not seeing a name normal doing Komoya campaign. They did or Kunubo no
level don't change.
Assassin. And no so man kofu brain so echo mechi. Share a ba ye school a ye computer placement. Me say enema e course ye pa no enya asem to.
Convince me e dey na ma ye hu say same candidate still anipa no mpie nkoto because the argument ne say ebre eche no na nipa adwen sesa o hwe conditioner NDC edi Ghana for fam a emfa ho candidate party no de no beba they will go all out to go and vote na ebre eche no na nemes convince me dey na be masa dey
honorable 2014 15 16 na ope politician wo MPP mo abom di ankofo energy pa na ye na akufo-addo Dr. Baumia.
Yes.
Because na Ghana I move to a certain realm na be difficult, especially here it was our media industry. Yet me run generator be 48 hours. Na fe de kese no kwa ya dum no na akọ power keto de keto bia power studio na ho kira ba. And na ho kira na ye wo mu no. Na nipa on my solutions to ho kira no. Na Dr. Baumia.
No catch us over my solution.
Yes, because now prescribe it as a CA ni say, as a CA ni say, as a CA ni say. And to me kind of one lecture be of physicians and surgeons. Ya point ya pena. Openi bi anam ne di nkomo. What's sanko fu we kra no John Muhammad ni nyansa. Kese ofachi no ko Baumia ho kra na oboa no ye niam bi asampo ni ato aba. Ana adom yen. Ana ye to aba na sa nipa na okita the key to your problems and solutions no. Be a vice president and no back ya honorable na akufo-addo MPP mfanifo be ka mo ate ase say odi Dr. Baumia buy no mo so mo mpene but dey odi convince am say nipa na me ne ba no Ghana sikasem atoape me dey say me ne ba obetimi aboa me ama ma abanya yiye e ho na mo ma the green light say no dey afa ne ko enti e buy no obi anu say anything economy dey farmer
you see na bibi asi can hu na head Dr. Baumia ba ye no nva say ya announce ye no auditorium wona ho nyina ye di no sorry no say enti eni obia wo party mu a obetimi aye running mate
yes
if it's a party na traditional eba enti odi obi be shame say one way ya that be create problem ama eni obi a that president kofo e cool down say onya abotre na ono na candidate na say openo e na onya ho abotre ene e na ba be si pepepepa mo akogie ni ngwase ya chese he was a prophet then.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Who say enti say wo hwe say nipa na ne nyina de awura hye ni mu say president Gufo so candidate in the number e kwan we so ntia. After first term na enema to toye man na Gufo-addo amai pa na everything was going well. But nyina be di ayan say second term so no. Na fe enema nkoye.
Yeah.
Dollar na honorable last na me catch you say say what experience one year transaction be with the dollar na ye kan ya won tiase on about that time na me koto me kai the dollar was around 6 cedis to the cedi 2022 June ye talk car na ebedu Ghana was in September na dollar na 15 cedis in the time na ye g duty for the car no was between 19,000 and 20,000. Honorable car na be dru ye no duty no was 52,000. Enti so be importer ana wa class cars na be 50. Ana wa ye ne budget. Ana cars na be dru na duty no akodu that point. Na say importer na kasa na out be say okasa do buta for there sa akasa sa. You know how much cedis are Lucy? And nipa ne te ha no ye wo candidate na de na call election na no catch us say fundamentals na e weak exchange rate no na ade ni nyina expose you
all the indicators
enti say o catch nipa ne say o dollar na kra wo between 3 and 4 cedis no e too much na so honorable within 1 year around June the dollar was 6, and September, October the dollar moved to 15. You think it's normal?
No.
And you can't convince Obi say, Ube to me. Aye.
Because time wa na yenyam fa problem no mre wo no de. Na otime kasa ho.
Sir.
It's a problem ba any hunu wa ho den awuku.
Sir.
Once the problem no confront you na who say oh say they did
a book.
The basis are MPP nya sa ho den no. E dey be manifesto said dollar and you be arresting. You know what was the reason? The reason was what we call one district, one factory. You see, and then this for people think say they have managed the dollar.
No.
In your credit. Some of us who are in the system, we know what it is. And then your good no multimedia software, you know, but that is not sustainable. The economy, no, see the near strong productivity. But what I say, productivity. And the whole concept of one district, one factory, no, and no, and a year fapim. In the do baby, no, you lose focus as a party. In a year, near a choir, it could be a baby because one district, one factory. What it means is that I don't want some name. Honorable message you making. I want this one for us as some no
industrialization.
And it's localize it.
Yeah.
Communalize it. Into community will not identify. Yes, yeah, bro. Yeah, the bad thing. Yeah, found broke good demos. Yeah, try my price about. I na buy fresh na. Yeah, shall say the bad oil. Oil one ebedi. Yeah, ebedi. School for no any ebedi. School feeding project yeah. Yeah, the buy. And the video excess of a bro, which is very, very nutritious than the normal oil, no. Here we are, exportation. I didn't call USA Canada. Didn't meet the demand.
Do I have my own conclude, mamma? Not me, Busana say, a dear Nema, say, Sebastian did the same candidate. Nipa no penny for okay, any idea in ano situation as a son, and your master son. Omumpiem Kotwaba.
It's honorable, they're not mechano. It's the same person I before ever power and Kofonia and Mujidi. Problem na all can't want them and maybe a term say omoba obetimi solving problem they confront here.
Okay.
And he was the head of the economic management team and the vice president. And honorable no crepe woman say whether we like it or not, it do time I got to aban. Na the way a buy no and one yakono no and they are much na abano. Want to mean convince you be say problem na a woman. Se me papa etu kwan na se me papa nua ebedi na ade a anase oba be take over obeje obenya rehemu bi asa nipa no ne nete ho na problem ni wo ho e de na kire se ne because na akufo-addo ko a now say o the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e ba people see say a continuation of the same government but now I see say apart from Dr. Bawumia say we do Honorable Ken kwa Honorable Ken I always call him say he's a neutral MPP no or MPP ni. But he's the one that would be BMO catcher or say, so Honorable Ken and finding himself a one for the government or waiting a forum. I catch a Ghana for a minuano. Problem saying Abba. You need a moment and can solve the problem. Let people know what the problem is. And the same candidate in there, Honorable, a quack there. I wish you no ana Ghana for one and maybe a tremor mamma share who to Obama 2016 year buy. Ye be fear by 2024 no na sa hope ne ko enti na enye obia akono say obesan pie because enye sa anka just the immediate past election e koto ya na akufo-addo nya 6.7 million ye ntimi nkoto about the following 4 years pe na 2.1 enti fi so ma candidate me nya 4.6 what the 4.6 to 2 MPP record ho you are taking us to 2008 results MPP nae of which happen into Senipa 2.1 and show up there be an MPP we didn't even lose 1.7 we lost 3.8 because 2.1 didn't even go to vote omo decided on kwakoto no emu nso 1.7 and to amount it to the 1.7 no man to amount no any koka 2.1 no mutena fi no ho you are talking about 3.8 million people that rejected the party.
Was it the party and I said the candidate?
And the candidate on the ticket of the party.
Okay.
Because party need so that is why the choice of the candidate is very important. MPP quite me lose win election and Rebecca say na my candidate in Koyamfa party na mo win na party na mo amudo obi aba but it's a say Ghana for who the modern eba no me ahwe no ho ato aba ma enu nti na be hu constituency bi wo ho a na MPP candidate as parliamentary no win
na more votes
na presidential candidate no wa lose omo to aba na but ebi feel say ya ha de so no abo mo for MP amepe ba se mama Dr. Bawumia abe president de mento man
nipa mo di MPP eche na de ntine duru abato a no divide na adwene divide party no ho candidate no ho but MPP no be no reject party no
yes
wo fe candidate na de ntia
say ana honorable eba candidate na a play role okay me for instance politician na me huna na mani age ba ko ye president Kufo. You see, maybe a Tesco president. One day, and I had the opportunity to be in a meeting at Cape Coast, regional minister office with President Kufo. Simon Meno has forever been with me. Nipa nankasa no, ye will be a naturally open asset.
Yeah.
Obu akwa na ohun no, so oti hoida. But ni din keke. Ana ni niyama bi a waye. Exo nkofo ani. Honorable me say, honorable can Agyapong mo nim ni Ghana ha no. Bebre but if you be a be mu no ubo side na nipa nim
yeah winning
because ya tene ho asem wa ye nema bebre nti so na be ko to aba enne na so okogina boot mu a onim obi a o ofa party no hu ono de papa no ho do na ode ko same person na akufo-addo
yeah
there's no politician in MPP a obetumi aka kire me per the last primaries na akufo-addo ko say oye popular na akufo-addo
yes
Yanko MPP presidential primaries and many people bakunya 95%. But Akufo-Addo was able to win. And until a drew set time and Urban 2016 no. Said Akufo-Addo then start suffering we now can say hey Ghana was obo no an yepe.
Calipo.
Calipo say e wo krom ha. Calipo people were willing to buy. So beto bi ase. No so say Akufo-Addo t-shirt. It wasn't the party. It was Nana. No, I don't the party.
Memo atwas my main kai one for say you discuss an important topic.
Yeah.
One hwini here. Why be me say oh once our MPP ni I presenting no dey. Obeto MPP ebeto. Nzana bi no mo dey argument na oh yes am fa nko na MPP for na nkoto mbe pia akwa akoto. Difference wo mpa na no na bet. Anya daje a wo chechirem ekire ye no. Ye ntwenti ase yes afi say ene ya ye kasei obi wo NDC mu a o constituency say the neighbor abakwa koto abama that's why say MPP
definitely
so
true
ya na ankra no play role kese o play role kese pa nti wa nhye no nso na wa adwen ko ye delegate wa adwen wo mo be dada so obi ene be bia abakwa koto MPP fo na nkoto na mu ye den na jo mahama mu ye den a hey, me as a team you find the second corner for you.
Okay. 2008, Cape Coast, NDC candidate I was presenting, lawyer Ebo Batinodro.
Former deputy.
Yes, none of your study with UCC. Now, students are not in the encounter. No more per lawyer. These were MPP guys. They voted for Nana Akufo-Addo, but voted for lawyer Odro. In 2008, NDC took the seat from Christian Church, and that time Christian Church and MP. But Lawyer Ponsadazi, the contest man MPP, NDC won the seat, and from that time, NDC is stronger in Cape Coast.
Cape Coast, yeah.
When I Cape Coast seat, I was just one constituency.
I can't be on one
what I say? We see 2008. So that time, I am Christian Church and I MP. Yes. Anna Olusi primaries to Lawyer Ponsadazi. Now. Ebo Batinodro be wini MPP NDC so primaries na students be or UCC because omne ne ye wife ekira de ohwa na omne no wo encounter no mo pelo ya sef entom koto aba na Akufo-Addo all right but amanto aba na Lawyer Ponsadazi of MPP bo mutuma Ebo Batinodro and obedi MP wo Cape Coast 2012 and ye check Cape Coast constituency no mienu
me go nti at the same time no voter na okoto aba no the political party ni
yes
but political party na present will be and NDC is what present will be original political party no so na koto na ba va okwa oto ma president Akufo
yeah akufo-addo
president Akufo-addo but amunumu ho na na adwini mu achemi because candidate na mo na ba no
and truly honorable se uye MPP ni at that time okay Costa it take omo no moja na ye red blue and white omo to abama parliamentary candidate because na odromo mienu to ani ya ba wo so enti candidate no e play role because say be yeti hoyi obi betima ko fi ne yere aduane se aduane no won pe onni on ka say because me yere anu enti candidate na dependent e ba no de ba ko ye important ma political party be above NDC and MPP ni say per research no MPP ni NDC ni mu nyina no almost strength e wo omo party base mu no obi ani ho a wa prove a kire say okita 5 million voters across Ghana, both MPP and NDC. Nobody has been able to prove to us your party membership, your 5 million. We say your voting party now, John Mahama, Akufo-addo, or Lucia, or around 4 million. Or we need to appreciate it. And to John Mahama, Lucy 2016, 2020, around 4 million. MPP Lucy 2024, around 4 million. That's what I said. The core people now. They don't look at candidates that will be near MPP
and NDC.
They are around 4 million. But who here candidate or appeal outside that 4 million or call just out 2.1 now. It's not if you know abeka ho. And the candidate no very important. So want to appeal to the masses. I'm one konya the floating voter na abeka ho. What 4 million there and my young choosing me MPP candidates. You got 2 about 4 million.
You get it.
But the member will be 50 plus 1 no. And I ask them no. And say candidate ni obi a Ghana ni betimi atena fie kwa no afa ne ba fun afa ne ba say osi ahene aba ye kotu kokotu ma kan Agyapong. Ne ma me ne kra ka kire ne ba no. Say December election ne there. Unya MPP ni ba kan Agyapong ti kokotu. And the candidate no ehun be ya akono. Na my party no so ride on nipa no so no ne credibility and the popularity na timi aboa party.
But I say abeg do ahome nchum to aso ka
na me can say every you see there are times and seasons and nyame biblically no every biane ne a Yakupon echusu no di adwuma and that is what you should also know. Share honorable Ken me I've had opportunity to say me dey na tenase. And I've asked him that question because once upon a time, we'll be some that question. No? Because when the same person of me come for us, master, I'm not a young person. Oh, you're doing business now. This is now called politics. You know me answer. And I'm just be the same question. But what I say, look, at a point in time, or no, as a person, he's never not on me and I'm very present too. There are times and seasons. It's never I say the Spirit of God comes upon a person. Now I empower to do what you're doing. This season, this time, this year, this time, and this period, no, it is in Sakasibia so in Nipa. Me can't sometimes I'm also a spiritual person. Me the young people answer me what I say. Into me can't me the fire kakra because the being one basic as this one. On young people mun see soon as another do honam from.
Yeah.
It is Sabi and a pager on our Ken, and he's come as a savior for this country. Me na make a try. Now we can say leadership is a problem of this country. Resources be being that doing. What we are lacking as a country is the word leadership. And it is this time you can identify say you will be consistent, all kind of crowd. You go beyond this man, honorable here Japan. You have a long way to go as a country. And now I'm a Ghana for Motiabo and because we believe in this honorable Ken because he can look into your face, whether you are MPP or NDC, and tell us, "Mas idea we the MY as of mine." It's not about MPP, it's not about NDC. That is how that is how he is. And to the sense that we will get the president one day. Oh, we're the finance minister in him. Oh, we're the trade minister. Master, you've goofed. And now we're no MY. What the some and as why name I'm on Manaboka. Until on that basis, me, my pamu. No, the press secretary, and the first post page. Oh, no, honorable Ken never press conference. I can't for observer. When I'm talking about mammy, and I'm going to assume it's on my way. One more man is into my pamono, and you see the response that will come from Ghanaian. It's only this man, Honorable K, who can do that. I'm telling you, because he's been consistent. Or kind of credit. To the sense that people tag him say, Honorable, or kind of credit. Then a buyer, or kind of credit do I have on it. I'm
almost going to be predicting. But we are kind of question I've been predicting. That's the point.
I say we're the answer. It's in that area, or we are kind of credit, but can't hold on it. The men are no credit. Yes, you say, you have a motorist, you're coaching service, press the coaching service. You can't just say, kind of crown of pie, your church, kind of crown of pie, we are not you. Into then a buyer, or be kind of credit. No can't quite born no memoir. Then the bonus. I say, election 31st January, 31st January 2026 is an election between darkness and light. It is soon anyhow. The kind of for yourself, I think truly be delegate. We have an opportunity to serve this country. If you lose this opportunity, I'm telling you, we have to develop and grow a better because some leaders we are now. And then we form any memoir. Agyapong any, Sikame any. But we are still having a problem. And the solution is this man who believes in the fact that so he's the person who have the courage to say, I've banned importation of sugar. I've banned importation of flour.
Now we just all come back. We was say potato.
Yes. One maybe the way to make my banana, yeah, look within now. Now it's more production because in economy, the basic principle of economy is that it is exportation that will bring you money. And then more they call with change and more money too because you know what? All production you're going to use the local labor. And you put more now from a job and you create jobs. Trade war between America and China. This is the reason. And then China is holding because America face all smart, no, or production or China, or the America, and America factor. So China was gradually and then China can say. And if you want to do that as a country, the Asian formula, we must look within, and that has been the policy of MPP. That I say.
Mammy now say, you don't have a bar, you better share tariff across row, you share and to Mwaba, you share a man so BC, Wasi resource. A free mobile, of course, ye intimate car, Utum for animal tools or two, they are far, Bokuns and Seminole. I am so fast now, and the public YMG on but yeah. To me, who know Adumon Yankopon, they are doing I so fast. Your bar, some common on a EBD, die home for a short commercial break here bar. Ever twice.
Ghana needs Kennedy, the hope for the youth. NPP delegates listen to the call for a leader who can stand up tall. Kencity Agyapong, the man with a plan to uplift Ghana, hand in hand.
Tuaba, my Kennedy. No man, Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My anyano.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh man for power.
Kencity Agyapong, no, my enemy. Kencity agenda, Ghana's hopeful plea for the hopeless, a chance to be free. Jobs for the jobless, a vision so clear. Kencity the answer, year after year.
He's a man for the poor with a heart so kind, a PhD, a brilliant mind, the hope for Ghana, shining so bright, leading us forward with all his might.
Tuaba, my Kencity.
No, my man,
Mama, Tuaba, my Kencity.
my anyano.
Tuaba, my Kencity.
Oh man for power.
Kencity Agyapong, no, my enemy.
Why that be Ghana is true, but Ghana needs Kencity to see us through.
To build our nation strong and bold, a future of promise to have and to hold. He is number one. He is number one.
He is number one.
Tuaba, my Kencity. No man. Tuaba, my Kencity.
My anyano.
Tuaba, my Kencity.
Oh man for power.
Kencity Agyapong, no, my enemy. Tuaba.
vote for Kennedy. The people's choice.
In Kennedy, Agyapong.
Let's all rejoice. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Ghana needs Kennedy, the hope for the youth. NPP delegates, listen to the call for a leader who can stand up tall. Kennedy Agyapong, the man with a plan to uplift Ghana, hand in hand.
Tuaba, my Kennedy. No ma, tuaba, my Kennedy.
My anyano.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh man for power.
Oh, Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy. Kennedy agenda, Ghana's hopeful plea. For the hopeless, a chance to be free. Jobs for the jobless, a vision so clear. Kennedy the answer, year after year.
He's a man for the poor with a heart so kind. A PhD, a brilliant mind. The hope for Ghana, shining so bright. Leading us forward with all his might.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
No, my man.
No, ma, tuaba, my Kennedy.
My anyano.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh man for power.
Oh, Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy, yeah.
Why does speak Ghana, it's true. But Ghana needs Kennedy to see us through.
To build our nation, strong and bold, a future of promise to have and to hold. He is number one. He is number one.
He is number one.
Tuaba, my Kennedy. No, ma. Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My anyano.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh man for power.
Oh, Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy, yeah. Tuaba, my Kennedy. No, ma. Tuaba, my Kennedy.
My anyano.
Tuaba, my Kennedy.
Oh man for power.
Oh, Kennedy Agyapong, no, my enemy, yeah.
Vote for Kennedy. Yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ghana needs Kennedy, the hope for the youth. NPP delegates, listen to the call for a leader who can stand up tall. Kennedy Agyapong, the man with a plan to uplift Ghana, hand in hand.
Yemfa today's agenda no and so chum and afi inu abet omubi no na and pay me no modin komo. And this one says, why AB, what should console MPP and rather inform the NDC to set up is the fact that the MPP followers who refused to vote did not largely vote for President Mahama and his NDC. And therefore, once the MPP becomes attractive again, and of course with the right leadership like Ken, most of the supporters who refuse to vote will next time vote for the party. Ma ye na wase. Abet ma yanko anim ensam miensa na wo mu de opese of the education ho asem otumfo e de no na afi tarifa akoso emu ne apese of the
honorable mame enka me na se tutu ababio opem so na me bodin a na makoha me ntumam e se boko nsensem na ya de a ediga na nyina nya ache se honorable unnim security personnel bi a wako duty wo boko da me bra pani anam de me ko duty wo boko se o fake yare no obefie because now the college to etu akoma momewu ono mo data na ye buffalo unit ono mo same unit no fit makoe no na me nu awuwom enti 3 days no ni bi you heard the way weakness here in the befie ne kudu ye ne ba na obefi no ka se because baby ane de ekọ ahwa obi be kum entina ya de a aya tete na enye sa police won nko a ye wo security officers ni broma ko aku omo ye de omo som omo man entina obi na wabisa sa den na yan kasa yen ho sa ne ma we betimi asi na alase for long na fe politicians do hu se loophole bi da be kakra na wa take advantage na fe ode ye na fe akwakoye MPP NDC be ka 2024 ukra no John Dramani Mahama kujina ho ye campaign say 10 MPP be ba power no na boko nsensem na koso nto do ba obe but na a problem a wo dia manyosem solve a enye yie because say politician person score point into no eye open secret say am create him hye am hu achi so cause confusion won go for we time no na ye den yan kase eye omo no mo ye ba wo hwe ye na se tutu owo sa proven track record no na akufo-addo time a dagbon fo nsensemi yendi kotena ho kama eye kama ama for a long time na ni dagbon wura no yetini kunya bi ema dia na akufo-addo ko ha na osefen abudani na efe krapa we exre ye na se tutu adomo anyankopon de adomo no ene sede otumi ene ne fellow traditional leaders etina se din komo wo ya mamere kwa so ema ye de niema eto de eda devoid of politics Ghana ni bia benya aso atie wo no abon komo asere a niema mienu ida so ne kanyame asem ana mo ka wankasa efi asem a yamfa we MPP ni we NDC ni emehemu ana de me den so ne say yankwa nkọ ye ne tribalism say adan na bokofo anya asem na asante hene ana obem obi agitu mu say e ba ye tradition ye nipa baako ye Ghana fo na anya asem ena Ghana so de ye ka ohene baako a amanfo do no pe na asem na etie na asem pa so a ye na se tutu yi ne fi menye ye enti sa dagbon sense eyi or the same boko issues ya enne ye na se tutu etimi abam ama ya te se asumdue no abaha ne sa eyade a ene de yie pa ebemma nurses about 3 months ago na metie nurse bi ne encounter why voice note or the abre na busuafo se na ne ma mienu na ewo ne nche ontum onkwara ntimi nko school na da mo okwa adwuma ne nkra na eko mo adwuma mu ana mo te se tuo toto a ida se mo beda ho ana se wo fie ben no utimi dwane kofi a bo wa hwa utimi pie no akohia spray bullet kra ntine ya tete a na ma area ho kaya enye na ofore ma me hawa yakubu embre so enti se sadie enne eba na wie ya me personally kra na se me koda nyame ase ewo ho se sadie we enne asumdue timi aba se ba se adwuma mpodi wo koda area ubenya that peace of mind akọ asamba we Ghana for I don't see why as I say part of Ghana baby a hotimi ya share to the point say o post obi adwuma ho crowd o person obekọ na amma nipa na wo ho no so no se be se be obi ani ho a okra nyame se me pese ye call me to boko ana be se ye call me to Kumase enti sa akwara bi innocent child bi ana say innocent people mo live your ho amokra na ne ekoso mo nka ho kra na akwa affect you mo betimi affect whole generation na mo mamra ba ye basa enti me bo na aba so ne boko for factions na o mini nyina nso say ne omu nyina anom asundua buo mu na mo se bibia nso atofom boko na me bo mpa say from time ye na say tutu be presenting a report ekosi say bibia be wia mbe tenase abodwa ama bibia ye kama no ifi hokon ye ntisa ensem
me da say tun my enko anim de he na person kan
wasa meka boko de ne kaka bia na maka we na se na mi ye ka no ye mfa aseda kese aseda mu do aseda pc ema yingina yiwura ye bibia otunfo ose tu otoso mienu ama na ye ma mo anijuma pa awadi na na me ye kasa no make comment me pick asem fi o ka so obi anka se na asante hene na okotena sabi obokufo so eye kusase any mamprusi for case ma me can say me a student of history. Now we have Ashantis omi mamprusi for. We have Ashantis omi kusase for. You are Santinia na se komi papa okachire me say oyeko mi fi no o tracy a if you gonja o course chire a ohona mbaba won fi ba ni dwa be betina koforia but osan ka chire me say ono ti ase no na ka chire ne say na se pa e gonja sana santete ti na say asantete nchirechire mu
sante your mind
sana tie enti ade a otumfo ye di share ne sana e ono an nkofo ho adwuma na oye na nchen ka Nyankopon say sa fashions ni na kusazifo ne mamputifo na ire e bae nano no omo te ase na ye twen say results e ba no omu na ire so maji atum media I'm a witness to Boko ntoka 2020 ye candidate na friend honorable Gabiana we fa play fi ha ekọ Boko ekọ campaign man ye corrance basis uko Boko a ye free bi basis bi a mbo we sabo apata no be kono monum say ye friend attire na ye boss pa that campaign ekoye no ye wure mu adi ko friends Zimbila those areas no ye ko campaign man. Look, it was on the Thursday in the report. Nipa ni ko na security person kakra. No chale me report say was na nipa ni bia na okan ho say Gabiana no ono eye mamprusi ni but ono so o papa kwa so san ye kusasi ni nti oni ayi friends ayaga eye cousins at that level ni nua pa no o me cousins nti ejo organize masa ko fo no say aba ye akofo enim terrain no ina edi eye campaign champion atade nam tori no organize masa ye shremo mo ma de chimo kra bibo ni besi and that night the hotel die no ya na ho na move fast ye ka no move fast ye baba da tamale na pa ye fa flight by anajo no etutu to course ye na ka 2 days am ya to aba etutu course ye hotel so I'm a witness to it into the yamiase. And Boko has been one of the vibrant communities or towns upper east because a camp business I was a link border to both Togo and then Burkina Boko town a share between Togo and Burkina or utmi fako our businesses are kesia. If you are Bagana, you have no idea. Man for co business. And Macron very calm. At a Bibian so like no business. Business uncle so sika ma botum. Inti ready e na ase. Say yam yadom. Sa na e ko so e ba we ye. Na e be hre. Say John don e make comment round up to the election. Say ono there. Sa comment na e be hre. I was very careful now nearby more for politics because issue from me senator my no any politics be any tracker name wa chire ina politicians don be bataye ina ya ni ayi na 90 sa na nye politics asem but what I say interiority na na dey aseda case so ma ohene otunfo say odi anim ya sa adwuma din na me ya emra tariffs no so
koso
tariffs no omudi abay me dey nka it is good because efficiency na here and these are social services about electricity na yina Aban is a bigger producer and provider of these services. Ghana ha nipa na private or providing so me come yes so say your private no Ghana water pay others which is a Aban company wholly owned by government oba ECG so and say na in terms of production distribution there ECG na northern electricity company pay but the production and the private money but still now the bigger producer of electricity is still government. Into a social service are provided for your people. And then NDC, I'm surprised. No, they call themselves the socialists. But anyway, now they try to do more capitalism and socialism. It's good for our own efficiency. Send a bit good and quality services. But if they are not going to get that good and quality services there, no, that higher increment now, you're going to be affected because ordinary Ghanaian now, say you the salary teacher near the salary only 4,000. Now one so my increase am or my baby papa bida. And then na me make other issue. It's just say I mean we want quality and there they are managers of these institutions are they should work with efficiency. Because efficiency, sometimes the cost of production will come down. You don't necessarily have to increase the thing. If you want to make profit, there are two things. Either you cut down your cost of production, where that's where the efficiency comes in. Loopholes and what system, amount for your illegal metering, amount for your illegal connection. If you would have a system and it will protect you, we will cut down cost of production, because that cost of production, and then I don't produce and all transfer my end consumers are here to Zoom, here to electricity. If you're able to manage that cost of production, never for man, you don't need to increase your prices.
Yeah.
Eventually, what the cost of production is, into the own profit, you still get it if you are even maintaining the same selling price. Yeah. But who increase selling price, which is now the types of that, increase selling price and the cost so higher. Now production cost, you still say high, you still come to the same level.
Because you are still not eating.
You still be yes. But I say, into the variable cost in the man, every man never call high, no, I don't know who manage ye. They should manage that variable cost so that cost of production will come down. Until they can create one person. People will still be consuming, and they will not be motivated to go and do legal connection. They are managers of the institution. They should manage it as professionals.
Honorable, on the tariffs, from January, electricity is almost 10%, right? Yeah. And water air cover 15%. Now said a flip again. Inefficiencies in the water system at doors. Electricity, communities be or on the catch us about 2 years in the fire bill, meter room. Meter no, but and how are you going to estimate those power normal use? Now if you do bills are come home. At the same time, we share the previous MD I know what ECG. He was doing well. State institutions be brand no muntia electricity no. He was started collecting even parliament they had to disconnect them. And no necessary moment come. Now ultimate or the saying cost now because you are producing, you are using money to produce. At the end of the day, no, maybe waste. Why can't you block those leakages na aircon? Na price no even stable. Now, more people because they do electricity, you are illegal connection. Nipa be a better connect man, no. Bosumi be a man 200. Hey, be about command meter. Now, the crochet, I was not coming use 200 cities. What I say, Sanya man as a so much. No multimissiciano. The whole market. Never market in your issue back. Because of course, you are now per meter crown and honorable catch us a bin. Me and Cassam meter say. Me call office one, Mrs. My big sister and I call on my behalf. The Omokacha is a meter, and one of Mr. Freeman, so almost a meter in the home. It's better as many paracans say, okay, Obama me power. Na my shed the mention may no. Fortunately, I make a minimum 1 man or ECG na me friend. No, say this to the Benham so appear. Or say my system call back. On up the long and short is your friend, meter and be go by Omoton. Just say na a me more bonus anti who prefer say me ma obibi na be illegal connection ma me down so be ma me meter na me to me credit egu so na buy nya ne sika IPPC they be able to threaten government say be shut down because you are not able to pay them. And the reason why I'm only raising us, okay, let's try and raise revenue so that we can settle it because you see sir almost friend say sir what the water for mechanism omode ye tariffs to IPP. Sikano ECG for revenue declare into the way no formula no. They are forced to raise the tariffs too. Meet the win to pay because the last time energy minister and Kano not saying they are current with their payment IPPs no omundi obi aka and you go to say benya stable power na dia ye adwuma at the same time so Ghana ni no so umia ne bebre civil servants ya to salary mu say less than it is around 10%.
8 to 9%.
What I say, and if you are increasing say the cost, and I say the condition of standard of living, you know, air cost electricity 10%, water 15%. Then 10% now the man no. What's in that what I say? It is an money yes by share. Na baby on betumi aboa no my efficient ama enquire say there be a solution yes say yeto electricity. Na momi emma or the same institution ankasa so no enye efficient. Na ntumi nya adwuma na nka embeti mpo so and na electricity e generate o Ghana ha no mpo na abeye cheaper nje na ye nte so kakra. Rather than say all the time yeti we and general year to me. And that's what be any was maybe beba me abete so. It's just a kwa na ekoye nim. But who be say unkofo no so a omo wo hona we expect them to pay that tariffs no so. O ma sitena mu etisen. And no na ya dey say aban so no ehwe because ye campaign 2024 no. It was a factor. Oh ye ba IPPC ka ye be say ye betua say ye gigi and electric at the same time if the solution
quick one e was resource no na me ma twumi
on one me say was in the mete resource e buy no e ya homtesem enra LC mami one gentleman be ne resource our person call UPSA na me call ye check man na just say we di ehwe nye na enkra na mom homode na minim where the issue is. And now I can story be now say buying Joma buying says they are going back to the international wasino. I'm told that akufo-addo revert and then ba say na Ghana for no kwa tro exams. But see omo dey call am say eh dem nko amoti ha kwa na nko amotro na nkra ya bombi. Na okofa Nigeria for nyina be ka ho am ya tro. There's a standard no was rule. Enti no ye be ne den
yankwada no na nsua de de na esi because mpanimfo am na omodi nkomo no in fact omo ewo education so why am I ready to say wa education na bisa no or see looks as if say ye pese push ade ne say nkwada no na nsua de
me honorable me hu ni sa hwe okay mean to me generalizing say enye sa so na tie but say we a student me carry time I am say wo SS ye be we school pressure wo so no because what school for 3 years ubrewie the ebetim dia kofiama abusuafo are proud of you ne say wa pass exams are you going to say unsua I'm not saying kwanso na mo preparation say you see honorable me am one person me fa exams and judge obia me I am obetim akọ school 4 years onya certificate impo ye wo mate bu ha ye graduate ne bu ana ne CGPA no a drop e be a 0.1
gentleman pass
yes. Enti obu okra me first school be to say UPSA if you fall below 2.5 you cannot graduate. Ebu hano 2.34 and 2.48
borderline.
But na adie wo ni tim no wosua de pa. Enti I na me fa exams in a way. But I am be say your education system so no crepe wo mu ni say both GS any aban nyina so no concentration wo exams so
too much.
And don't you bet you ma buy first class here past questions the man kwara.
Go through it.
Honorable, say which na kwara na there. Me financial dream said teacher
it's all about exams.
Over class now child say oh wait aya question e be ba no be say na ya tie at the moment I say kwara na dream na ko exams so. Ma akwara na nsua de te say esse de unchire no otiase whether exams or no exams. Sakrani ni made na so obe nyane ne the exam paper betunu ni ma obetumi pass
me da say brand almost aso 2 minutes
mama can say enra mama sanche of many senior reverend Isaac Osebonsu bi hwe last Sunday we make comment bi o say anam for na religion say school na original say your mofra no na Ghana for pastor do na you see the problem is education okay and this was the justification. He convinced me so much and I was impressed. Look, enipa abrabo adeba association. What makes a man unique and special and a gift adeba association.
Yeah, sure.
Education,
sure.
Have they taken time from basic level, even from creche? Yetimenya, especially identifying talent. You don't have it. It's a wholesale. It's a wholesale. Right from the one, a music person, money piano, no piano, no cello note, no obeya abe professor in music on stressing no ho obi a footballer ne sabe in football asamojan any kudus mu ska mu ji o sabe teacher ni mi ka mi bu teacher professor bia ni tia o
teacher na ko
me isa professor ba ko
na ni an kasa o to no sai me kuntura se na be fa o be just catch asamojan
29,000
any pa actually adibasa any money per day and that is what we are not focusing on in the education. The problem, the basic fundamental problem is that we are not building people with skills.
Yes.
And now some way to make creative. That's the problem. We are not creative. In the schooling now, reading over reading, oh, me buy the money. Bro, for any answer. You got China. You can know me go to
Charlie, ina mase production team ya na mo ina mase. Lu ba kwa bo apa ho, aha na eri dwumadi ani nyina esi. Nyame ya adom na ye okua dai. Ochine ya wo anopa ibehia. Ekra.
Yeah.